Hello, everyone. Welcome to this podcast. And but this was a difficult one. It was difficult for us to find each other, right?
Yeah. I had a last minute virtual event planned out this weekend. And I'm always, and we're probably very similar where I'm like, I can do everything. I got this, and I was like, I still got a lot of stuff to get done. So, but we made it. We're here now. So
And what is your, okay, first tell your name and who you are, please, because I'm here talking and asking you questions and you need to present yourself.
yeah, of course. So my name is Javier Carlin and I'm a physical therapist. And I actually got my doctorate in physical therapy about 3.5 years ago. So in August of 2017 was when I graduated. And early on, I got introduced to the business and marketing world. I started a private practice, grew private practice, partnered up with one of my mentors to do that. And, I came to a crossroads where I was coaching for one of my mentors' programs, and I had to make a decision to focus on one thing. So essentially what I ended up doing was taking the skills that I learned from growing my own practice and started to teach others how to do the same thing. So now I'm a business coach for healthcare professionals.
Wow, nice. I'm seeing how tight is your space and I'm jealous. Okay, when are you, no, not necessarily the year, but what is your zodiac like? What is your sign? What is
my sign?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in my astrological sign.
Astrological sign.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm a Virgo.
Oh, of course you are. Okay, that explains a lot. I'm a Sagittarian, so that explains a lot as well. Let's
awesome.
go. So so basically you are a coach of coach like me.
Yeah.
And it's how is the transition to go from being a coach to be a coach of coaches?
Yeah. Good question. So I think it's been a great transition. I will say one thing though. And this was definitely not the reason why I got out of treating people in the physical therapy realm. But it was so interesting because in physical therapy, no one wants to go to physical therapy, right? People are in pain, they're hurting, and the last thing they want to do is get it worked on or have to do any exercises or anything like that. So
and
obviously
they need to pay for that. It's worse, right?
yeah, exactly. So it's like, geez, this is the worst thing ever. And then to tell someone, hey, it's not going to get ready, it's not going to be feeling better in a day, it's going to take 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 6 months. It's like, what? This is ridiculous.
Yes.
So obviously you have people in pain and they don't want to be there, so they're complaining a lot. And in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I love helping people, but I can help people in a different way. So I go into the coaching and consulting space, and little would you know, right? It's very similar because at the end of the day, we're dealing with people. We're dealing with people. So it was definitely, it's been a really beautiful transition. I love being able to have the freedom and flexibility to coach from anywhere in the world. But it's very interesting how the similarities at the end of the day, like we're in the business of helping people, and that's what we have to remember.
Yeah, it's super interesting because I am a coach of coaches. And the reason why I narrow down in coaches and mentors and people teach other people is because I learned and I'm an amplifier. So what I do is I amplify the gifts that people have. I amplify their gifts through social media, to their launches, to etc. And I did that because in a karma way, and today I'm very astrologic, karmatic, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a way from you to spread your impact. So what I want to say is you are not just helping one person to get better, you are helping someone who's going to get 100 people much more than that better. So did you ever like put yourself and think about how many people are you helping in layers?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you really think about it. Just as an example, like one of our clients, which this client specifically, she works with so we started to niche down more specifically to dietitians and nutrition coaches because my fiance is a dietitian. And this one specifically actually helps dietitians build a blog. And she's making about $5,000 a month passively. And she's had 120 students go through her program now. So just in that alone, like all of those people that she's helping because we helped one person, exactly what you said, it's really, it's just a beautiful thing when we're able to use our gifts to help other people. And we always minimize them, right? It's like, oh, it's fine. Like, yeah, like I'm helping some people, but it's like, no, this is big. It's big. So to answer your question, yes, I think about it often. It's a beautiful thing.
And do you feel more stressed and responsible now than you are working with someone who's going to work with many people? Or you are so sure of your abilities and your capacities and your transformation that you are providing? How is that on your heart, like on your body? How do you feel like for a coach to work with? How do you feel? Do you feel like I can do this, no problem? Or do you feel sometimes like, it's so much responsibility if I don't do it right?
Yeah, no, that's a great question because I feel like all of us obviously want our clients to get the best results possible. And to be honest, the weight of that for some reason was a lot bigger for me when I was actually helping people with their health. And I felt a massive responsibility to get them to feel better and to get them to be pain-free and getting them back to doing the things that they love. And I felt the weight of that because I do feel like I can sense people's emotions, motives, and I have a good feel for the energy, and I would take that in for a lot of the people that I was working with. And interestingly enough, like it's obviously I still care for the people that I work with now a ton, but from a business perspective, from a career perspective, it's like you just got to go out there and freaking do it. Because I'd say I'm a pretty high achiever, so I'm like, hey, you just got like, come on, guys, do you want this or not? So
yeah, do you want this or not?
Yeah.
That's such a great question. Do you want this or not?
Yeah.
How many things people do in life, they know I'm doing, but they never really stop a second to be sure if they want this or not. Meaning, everything, even success. Like I used to be 2 years ago, I used to be very scared of being successful. Because being successful came with a lot of layers of responsibility. And being successful sometimes ends certain excuses that are part of your personality or your lifestyle. Oh, I'm so busy, then I don't go to trade. Or I need to make more money so I can go. But when you make more money, certain things in your life, then you can give up or change. And people get stuck with, I don't know if you ever had this. Did you have people pay you, like even pay you well, and you never saw them again?
Oh yeah. Unfortunately.
That kills me.
I know.
How is? Explain to me.
It's so crazy. It really is crazy, and it's so interesting because in the beginning you're always thinking like, what, and obviously as entrepreneurs and people who want to help people, the first thing is like, what could I do better? What didn't I do?
What I did wrong?
What did I miss? What did I do wrong? And I think ultimately it's because we want to help people. Like we want them to come into our programs and actually get results.
Exactly. That's a business card, right?
Exactly. So it's so interesting, and it's not like, the percentages are very low, but there are people who do that. And I feel bad, and we do everything on our end to make sure that they know that we're there for them. But like that saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I think it's so true. Everyone has to play their part, and you have to set the expectations for people. And once you do that, the responsibility is basically in their hands to do what they need to do.
Why do you think they do that?
What's that?
Why do you think they do that?
There's so many reasons they could. What do you think?
I think people are scared to change. They still want to, but they, on the end, they really don't want. They want to stay in what is known. And change comes with pain. It's not with stress, with and they say they want, but in reality, they don't want. They want the comfortable and what they know.
Yeah.
And I see many people buying courses and joining challenges and spending a lot of money. But on the end, they just want to do that. So the fault is from someone else. Oh yeah, I paid this coach, but I did not have like a great connection with him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For example, in my programs, I work very near my people. I just work with high tickets, and I work with my people on the way. Then, for example, let's do a launch in 21 days. And we are working together. Every day we have a chat. And we are going to do this launch. And there's no option for you to run away from me because I'm there. So people need to be ready for that. And I always say, look, I don't give money back, but I will work with you until we achieve our results then established on the first one, on the beginning. What I feel is much more fair, but that person needs to be involved. I cannot do it. So I found that many people buy and pay to push the guilty away or to have an excuse. What do you think? You send the ball to me, so now I'm sending back to you.
Yeah, no, I have a couple thoughts. I do have a couple thoughts. So I think number one, you're absolutely right. And people do anything that anybody does, right? They only do it for one reason. And it's because they feel like doing it, or if they don't do something, it's because they don't feel like doing it.
Yeah, whatever you believe you can or you cannot, you are always right?
Yeah, 100%. So people who kind of retract and hide and ghost you, even after they've paid you, is either they feel guilt, some embarrassment, and they are trying to avoid, like you said, feeling pain for either doing the thing and having to change their life at home, their environment, telling people in their life that, hey, I need to actually put my energy, time, and attention into this instead, right? So there's some pain there. And then after some time passes, I feel like there's some pain to coming back and saying, hey, coach, I'm sorry, right? Yeah. I know I committed to this and I disappeared and you've been following up with me and it's on my end. There's a level of embarrassment that can come from that as well. And that, again, that negative feeling prevents people from even going out and reaching back out. So there's a lot to that. And I think the second thing is, I talk a lot about the 5 investments and people.
Tell me, what is the 5 investments?
Yeah. So
5 dimensions. Now I want to know the 5 investments.
Yeah. So the 5 investments, and most people, right, they do exactly what you said. They put money into something, they invest their money into something and think that, oh, well, I paid the money. So I'm good. I must get the result. And if you think about it, like, I don't think my mom listens to any of these podcasts. I love her. She knows I love her. But my mom for 10 years had a LA Fitness membership. It's like a, big gym.
I know very well.
Yeah. So LA Fitness membership was like $35, to $50 a month. And she was paying for 10 years. I'm not even joking. Yeah, that's a long time. 120 times, let's say at least 35, right? So she paid this and her card was being charged every single month. And if money was the only investment, right, that was necessary to get a result, then she would be super toned, 6-pack abs, like ripped, right? But no, right?
Did you ever ask her?
What's that?
You ever asked to her?
What, ask her what?
About that. Like, Mom, you are paying for 10 years.
I'll go one day.
Oh my God. Be sure that I'm curious to know.
Yeah.
What is the psychology behind it?
Right.
Or you want to give money or
that, or you want to say, yeah, when someone asks you, hey, I go to the gym. Or someone say, hey, do you work out? Do you go to the gym? Yeah, I have a membership. Yeah. So it's interesting. And so a lot of people, they have this idea that like, oh, the money's the big thing. Once I put the money down, right, then that means I'm committed. And that's a part of it, but that's actually the easiest part, right? Nowadays, you swipe a credit card, you click a button and the money's gone.
Yeah.
That's the easy part. The second investment is the investment of your time.
I'm going to take notes of that theory of the second investment, the
Yeah.
five. Okay, so the first is money.
Yeah.
Nice. The second is time.
Is time, right? So you actually have to put your time into things for you to get a better chance of them working.
Yeah.
Right. But time is also actually not enough, because I'll tell you a story about me when I was going to, now I go to like a group fitness HIIT type class, and I know how to work out, but I just need someone to tell me what to do because I'm thinking the rest of the day. So I just need someone to take my phone and say, hey, you got to work out for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So before I was going to a standard gym, right, you have your weights and all of that. And I would find myself on the treadmill warming up. And as I'm warming up, I'm like, oh my God, I have these like $1 billion ideas. I got to get my phone out and start writing these ideas down before I forget. So 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by, and I'm on my phone with, typing up all this stuff that's coming to my mind, because that's the best time for me to think, is when I'm, moving and working out. And so if I did that went to the gym 5 days a week and I was there for 45 minutes, and 30 out of those 45 minutes, I was doing that on my phone, would I get the result?
No.
Of course not. So what's that?
The number 3.
Oh yeah. So a lot of people think, and this is where you'll find people like joining programs, and they'll spend time looking at the trainings, they'll spend time in the group calls, and they'll just kind of be there consuming information. And we all know that doesn't do anything for you, right? It might be a good starting point to like take everything in, but at some point you have to put number 3 in there. So number 3 is an investment in your energy, right? Your energy. So when you put your energy into something, right, you're much more likely to get a result, right? If I go to the gym and my energy and my attention and my focus is on, I'm going to go in here for 45 minutes, I'm going to hit it hard, and this is going to be all of my focus, and I come in with a plan, I'm present in the moment, and I'm doing the things that I know I need to do, am I less or more likely, right? Yeah.
Sorry, my door.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Okay,
So yeah.
The first one is money. The second is time. The third is energy.
Energy. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you come in present, ready to put in the work, right, with the same gym example, and you have your focus, your attention on this, and you have a plan, and you put everything you can into it, right, are you less or more likely to get toned, be healthy, and have a six-pack, right? More likely, of course.
Yes, of course.
So people, I find, one of the craziest things is, and something that I'm holding my clients to a higher standard when they're on a Zoom call, in a group coaching call, for example, put your damn camera on.
Oh yeah, but I don't allow anyone without the camera.
Yeah.
Except if it's a moment and something.
Yeah. So, there's always going to be things that come up, and I get it. And like, I'm in the car sometimes and I'm doing things, so I get that. But if you're home, you're sitting in front of the computer, which we've all done it before, right? And like, you don't have anything else going on, or you have like all these distractions going on, like, try and be present, right? That's putting your energy into something, and asking questions and engaging and being in the moment. So that's the third investment people have to have. But even then, that is not enough.
You know what is the other two, because it doesn't make sense. Now, what is the 2 are missing? Number 4.
Yes. So number four is you have to have an investment in the desire to get a result, to get something, right, in your life, to better your life in some way, to improve it, whatever. And for everyone, obviously, it's very different. Everyone has a different reason and motivator for why they're doing the things that they do. But there has to be a burning desire inside of you, and you have to become, in a way, obsessed with it, in a healthy way, obsessed with it.
I'm so obsessed with my result. I have a quote to give to you when you finish the other 2, or these 2, because I want to share with you, and it will make all sense.
Oh yeah.
The desire needs to be there before you take the action, right?
Exactly.
But 100%. You need to maintain the desire.
You have to maintain the desire. Yes. And that's where, not to go on too much of a tangent, but a lot of people, going back to the feeling, there's like the first order and second order consequence of things. So what that means is like a first order consequence. Let's say let's stick with this analogy. It's 5 a.m. and maybe some people listening to this, like, they want to go to the gym. They know that they'll have more energy. They know that they're going to be healthier.
Yeah, I wake at 5, so I'm okay.
Yeah, so you're good, right? But most people, they wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning, and it's like the only time they have to go to the gym. But at the first thing that we think is like, oh my God, I'm so tired. The alarm's ringing. I'm like, I just wanted 5 more minutes. I just want 10 more minutes.
People snooze their alarm. You can like, I never snooze an alarm except when it's during the day and I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
I just did that because I have for months an alarm at 4 p.m. Then I don't even remember why, but it's on my phone and I did not took away. I don't know. Every day I think about that and every day I'm doing that. But people push the snooze button. It is. If you read and learn about sleeping patterns, it's really dangerous to do, on the sense that many times if you wake up and you go back to sleep, sometimes you go even deep on sleep. So they bring you up 5 minutes after, and it can give you a totally feeling of drained of energy.
That's so true.
Guys, stop put your phone on the other room.
Yeah.
Put your phone next to your head, except if I'm tracking your sleep or something like that. But no phones on the room. Should not. Yes. Don't look to your phone as the first thing as in the morning. It's such a terrible thing. I don't know. I'm not dependent of my phone. What sounds weird, since I work with social media. I'm not dependent of my phone. And but okay, with desire, maintain the desire. And the last one.
So before we go to the last one, so basically what happens there, right, when the desire starts to fade away, it's because we let the first order consequence of like doing that, waking up early and having all these thoughts of like, oh, but I'm tired, I want to go back to sleep, the gym's gonna suck, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna do all these things, right? That's like the short-term thinking. If we were like, wait a second, but what's gonna happen in the long term? And we think about, well, I'm gonna live longer, I'm gonna have more energy, I'm gonna be able to play more with my kids, I'm gonna look great, I'm gonna have more confidence, I'm gonna have more self-esteem. That's a second order consequence. Then we feel like, wait, I'm gonna go to the gym, let's get it, So a lot of the times when we're maintaining desire, we have to think about the long term, because it's so easy to get caught into the short-term gratification game, right? So anyway, that's the fourth one.
I would say just go to the gym, be consistent. Don't kill yourself, but go if you say go do 15 minutes of
that's fine.
Just go, because your brain will start get used to that. And it's better to go and do something than to not go at all. Because sometimes we don't feel comfortable in the gym. We are not used to the gym. Everything is, or we went the first weekend, we kill ourselves. Like 1 week was going to transform us to the Hulk or something. And on the end, it's not like that. It's better to slow and steady and consistent than any other thing, at least. But you are the pro one. I'm just.
Yeah, that is absolutely right. That's absolutely right. And it's so interesting because like the same concepts also apply to business. And that's why you have coaches, right? For your fitness, for your health, for your business, for relationships, for everything, to teach you when to do things, when the right time is, why we're doing it, and building up to it over time. Because a lot of people focus on the wrong things, or they go so hard in the beginning that they burn themselves out and they're like, that was exhausting, I don't want to do that again. So you're absolutely right, 100%.
And the last one.
Oh, we'll leave that one for another podcast.
No way. Money, time, energy, desire, and the last one.
Faith.
Mindset.
Faith. Yeah. You have to have faith that things are going to work. You have to have faith and belief that what you're working on is going to work. Because at the end of the day, right? We tell ourselves these stories in our mind, and these stories are either kind of in this belief, around this belief of faith, which is expecting an outcome that we desire, or doubt, which is expecting an outcome that we don't desire. Yeah.
I'm looking to the books that you have there. I think I read some of them. I'm a book.
Yeah.
I became a minimalist, but it's really tricky for books. But you have the ClickFunnels, the traffic secrets, right there on the back, on top.
Yeah, over there.
I do it. Okay, yeah. So the other day I was watching, I don't remember, one of the things from ClickFunnels.
Okay.
And someone was there, and he said a quote, then he defines how I approach my life. Defines what you are saying. And I'm going to say to you,
yeah,
I'm the person who took ownership of the results.
Yeah, so good.
Or
Myron Golden, baby.
Before you had any clue how to get the results. That is how I manage my life.
Yes.
You know, it's done. It's done when I want something and it's clear and it's crystal clear, because sometimes, and I will say my worst part is when I don't know what I want. There is the tricky where my brain gets. But when I know what I want, or someone says something that excites me and I want to think, I'm always like, I was talking with my boyfriend the other day and I was saying, like, tell me what you want, because I'm drained of, I have no ideas. Just tell me something what we can do. And I will say, celebration and gratitude can play a nice job on this road or of achievement. No?
Yeah, 100%.
I have the exercise and I do with my tribe, whatever they are.
Okay.
Then I'm going to share with you or with us, and then many of you guys, you know that I'm always talking about this. Nobody starts anything with me without the exercise named the Board of Achievements.
Okay.
So imagine we all have vision boards, right? Everyone has things they want to achieve. But sometimes the goal is so far away, it's so difficult to arrive there, then you need to remember who you are. So a board of achievements is a collection of moments since you were born, then make you feel that you did it. You dropped the mic, you punched the bully, you laugh with your friends. That, you know, that things, then you know that if you look to someone and they look to you and you cannot control yourself and you are going to laugh for the rest of your life. That moments, if you collect that moments and you have a vision board, but a board of achievements, in visual, in a video, in a, I don't know, collect, or even just write them on a paper and have them visual. So you remember everything you managed to do. Everyone loves this exercise, because as soon as you start doing, oh, I did this, I did that, oh no, I did this, and I did that. Oh my God, and you remember, and it's remembering who you are. And it's sometimes when you are on zero and you are starting and you want 100 followers or 1,000 followers, it's such a long stretch. But if you remember that time that you were in high school and you host a party and you know, so this is my board of achievements.
I love that. That's so cool. That's so good.
I want you to promise me that you are going to do a board of achievements.
Yes.
Send to me.
Yes, I'll send it to you. I definitely, I'll need some more direction. Like you can, because I'm like I'm a visual person.
I'm a visual person as well. So
yeah, so I need to see it. But yes, I'll do it. I'll do it for sure.
Okay. So you are helping business inside. So now more so in health, like diet. You said what was the diet in?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm a physical therapist and my fiance is a dietitian. So initially we were helping both of them. But then we niched down further to helping more of the dietitians and nutrition coaches. It was a little bit of an easier transition for the online business owners, since for a lot of physical therapists, there's a little bit of friction still with how do I do this online. So now we help dietitians and nutrition coaches specifically.
You have a cat behind you.
We have 2 cats. Yeah.
It's a girl, right?
That one's a girl and that one's a boy.
Yeah, I know that she's a girl because she's three. She have three colors, and female cats with three. It's just female cats can have three colors.
Really interesting.
Yes.
You
So
know,
it's only the part
that's
that you're gonna say, let me guess, she's a girl.
yeah, that's so funny because I heard that for the first time last week ever in my entire
Really?
life from my grandfather. He told me
Yeah.
that
I
female
know that.
cats only have three colors. I was like, that's so interesting.
It's funny because sometimes you say, let me guess, it's a girl. That's how you know it. So
So good.
what kind of people come to you? In what time, in what phase of their business they come to you, they reach out to you guys?
Yeah, so honestly, and you might experience this too, but a lot of the people that we, at least us, talk to at this point in time are those who are just starting off and are working a 9-to-5 job. So they're looking to escape their 9-to-5 job. I feel like generally there's a lot more of those people than there are those who are higher level entrepreneurs looking to scale. So we actually started a program initially that was a little bit higher level, and we realized, and actually our mutual mentor Rudy, he mentioned to us that we should have two different offers. One for those who are trying to replace their income and escape the 9-to-5, and then on the other end, those who actually want to scale, to six figures and beyond. So now we help people on both fronts, but I would say the majority of people now are in those beginning stages.
Okay, how you are communicating with them? Are you using that message of leave your 9-to-5 on your content?
Yeah, so for the most part, it is that replace the income, leave the 9-to-5 if you want to. Some people are a little bit frightened about doing that. So we just say, hey, no pressure. We're not going to force you to, but if you want to.
Oh my God, even if they start making loads of money, they feel that pressure?
It's so we have like the big three, it's people want to be sure that they're legally protected. So we help them with that. We have experts who come in and help with that. We have people who want to make sure that they're financially stable enough. So we have an expert in finances.
What is financial stable on the majority? I'm curious to know numbers because I have my money goals, and my money goals have been expanding. And my money goal now is I want to reach 50K a month. And that reason is because I'm in Mexico and 50K is more than 1 million. So that makes all the sense than be a millionaire each month. So
I love that.
I love
That's
it.
so good.
I love it. So that being said, what are the goals, like the money? When is a person feeling that they are stable? How much money is for your, if you can like tell me without, I'm curious. I'm really curious.
Yeah. So it's so interesting. So everyone's perspective, right, is so different. So for you and I, right, our goal is to make millions, and we're gonna get there.
And we are going to get whatever they are, Mexican pesos or dollars. We are on the way.
Exactly 100%. So for a lot of the people that we work with initially, and I was there, I feel like we were all there at some point when we just weren't aware that, and for most people, right, we weren't aware of like the actual possibilities of like, exactly.
It's difficult for me
to
explain to people who are not on the game what is my possibility. They don't take you serious.
Yeah. And especially working with higher level, mentors and coaches who've done amazing things. It's like, oh, I just got to do what they do and learn from them. And, consistently over time, I'll get there too. And for me, so I'm half Mexican, half Cuban. I was born in Puerto Rico. So coming from that culture, there's a lot of guilt around making money.
Portuguese. Yeah. A lot of guilt around
a lot of guilt. So it's one of those things that we have to really battle through. And I love my family to death, but a lot of the times when I go down there, just being in that environment, I'm like, you can see it so clearly.
Oh, so you understand me.
Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow I'm launching a low ticket, but it's an offer that I love. Then it's cash, money, magnets. And it's 21 days. So $77. And it's 21 days to give you the blueprint that allowed me not to be a millionaire, but to not have any anxiety around money, even when the cash is not on my hands. And this changed my life. And I'm obsessed because when I decide to stay on Mexico, one of my concerns was I don't need almost money to live here as a princess. And I'm not a big spender. I'm a minimalist. Like I said to you, like I like, but I don't like to spend money. I like experience. That is what I like. Yes. I like to travel. I like to travel in just how I operate. I need to have a nice house and certain things. And I was, but I'm here in Mexico. How is this going to affect my mind? When I was in Portugal, I was almost literally trying to cover my ears to say, oh no, this mindset is going to catch me and it's going to shrink me.
Yes.
So I get you so well. And then when you start realizing the money mindset, you start to listen to the things and you love your family, but
it's tough. It's tough.
And
I'm actually there's a book I'm listening to right now. I'm not sure if you've heard of it before or listened to it already. It was actually recommended to me by one of my mentors, Eli Wild, who worked with Tony Robbins for a while. And it's called Levels of Energy. And it breaks down this entire conversation about the different energy levels that people operate in and how they think, what they believe, how that obviously causes them to act. It's fascinating. It really is fascinating. But again, on this topic, it shows you and teaches you based on, if you're talking to someone, and this is not a superiority thing or being better than, it's just an understanding of like where someone's mind is. So if like you're trying to talk to someone who's apathetic or fearful or angry, and you're trying to bring them into like the highest level of like spirituality, oneness, and these higher planes, you're not gonna get them there. Like they're not gonna.
And you can find yourself in a relation, then basically you are dragging that person.
Yes.
That help you lots in the relations with friends and family and people that you love. Then you feel that you are dragging that person.
And that doesn't do anything for anyone. Yeah.
No. But you are running away from my question. My question is, what is the levels? Like my students come to me and they come like the minimal they want to do is 5,000 a month. And then we scale for 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
And I have the other ones that are rock stars.
Yeah.
But I'll say that is my normal. Like they start on 5,000.
Yeah. So I would say it's around there. Most of the people that we work with, it's crazy, right? People who have degrees, went through all the schooling. It's just the way things are. They're making about anywhere from 35 to like $5,000-6,000 a month, if they're lucky at that higher level. So for them, being able to make that in their own business, I would say around the same mark, about anywhere from 35 to 5,000 is like amazing. And it's that's like one of the first marks that they go out to hit, and that's essentially replacing their income. Yeah. And a lot of the fears start to come even when people get there. They're like, oh, but what about health insurance? I'm like, you don't think entrepreneurs get have health insurance? Like we have health insurance, like, and that's actually mine right now. The one that I have right now is actually cheaper than when I was a W-2 employee. So I'm like, you don't have to worry about that. And obviously with that said, I know everyone's a little bit different, right? Everyone has more family members, other health conditions. I get that. But most people that say that, they haven't even done the research to find out what it would even look like. And they're scared of something that they don't even know or understand, The
secret for manifesting anything in your life is go and visit the house you want.
Yes.
Go and visit the car you want. Go and test drive the car you want. Just do it. because you will see then the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And I sound like Tony Robbins, and I had the pleasure of meeting him. So
I saw the picture. Yes.
no, at 2 a.m. nobody deserves to have a picture so bad. And the man is gigantic. So I'm 1 meter 61. I don't even know how much is that. It is like 5 feet something.
Okay.
I'm really small.
When was that? When did you meet him?
London, 2018.
Okay. Amazing. Yeah.
But it's just a little thing. And it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I paid like 2,000 euros to a charity to have that one.
Yeah. So, hey, you got it.
You got it. And then I never use it. But okay. And the other day I decided, I said, I'm so ugly. Why I want to put this here? But it's super interesting when we start being successful, and we are different breed of people, because we are being mentored by a certain type of people who are going to push us. I have different mentors. I'm lucky enough that I won the mentorship from Rudy in his giveaway from his birthday.
Wow.
Because I was originally a DJ. I was touring the world, and then COVID hit. I was a DJ since 2008. That was my reality.
Oh, amazing.
Everything was gone. Wow. And I was helping artists to grow online, their influence, their digital influence to grow online. And on the meantime, I managed to find a way to launch courses after to launch courses and flop. And I was making in like low tickets between $400, not low tickets, but medium weird tickets, 400 to 500. I did 85,000 in 5 months. And for nothing, I lost everything. I lost my car, my house, you name it. Yeah. And higher achievers, we are hardcore with us, right? We are tough.
Oh yeah.
We are tough with us. So it is important to be able to want things and have a strong why. So I want to ask you, what is your why today? Your guys' why? You and your girlfriend or your fiance? I don't know. Yeah. What is the why?
Yeah. So I'll speak to my why, and I feel like one of the reasons why I went down this path and felt more called to helping people with their finances as opposed to their health is, for me personally, growing up, I had a really good upbringing. My parents, early on, when I was about 12 years old, they had their own business. They ended up getting divorced, and they tore my family apart, tore us apart, because everyone was, we were always together, family parties, everything. And one of the main reasons, and this is for most people, that people get divorced is because of their finances, because of money issues. Yeah. So that was in the early 2000s. They were actually doing really well in business, but it kind of got lucky in a sense, because they didn't have all the business skills. They weren't really investing in their skill set and expertise and learning more. So everything crashed and they lost everything. So during that time, they were spending like crazy, like a lot of money, bought the house, bought the boat, bought the cars, bought me a motorcycle, all of it. So obviously they got divorced, and that kind of always left, this thing inside of me where I wanted to be successful, so that would never happen to me ever. But I also had this belief that you either can be successful or you have a happy family. You can't have both.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought.
Oh my God.
So yeah. So early on in my life, I had this pull to like be successful. And then I had girlfriends, and I would say, well, you're kind of holding me back from being successful, so I had to leave you and do the things I need to do. And it was like this constant thing back and forth. So one thing that happened with my first mentor, he actually had both. And at first I was like, how is that possible? How is he super successful? And how does he have a great family life?
He was fit.
What's that?
Was in shape.
Was he in shape? He was, yeah. He is a physical therapist too. He was in shape. Yeah, he was in shape.
So good. Because we always have this belief that we cannot have all.
Yeah, so he had it all. And that's the thing, exactly that. He had it all. And I was like, well, I need to learn from this guy because he's obviously doing something that my parents were not able to do. And that's actually one of my strongest whys is being able to number one, as I get married now in about a month. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, we're super excited. So that's one of my big strong whys is being able to make sure that what happened to my parents never happens to us. But also being able to, you know, a lot of the times growing up, my parents were working hard. They were super busy all the time. So we spent time together, but it would have been nice if we would have spent more time together always, right? And so I want to be able to have that for my family and be able to decide how much time I spend with them, when I spend time with them. And obviously, like going back to the beginning, right? The impact of also, you know, how can I help other people in my family? And, you know, for example, again, my parents are going to need us to take care of them. And I think a lot of people don't think about this because a lot of people think about what I need, how can I take care of myself? And that's why they have small goals. But then when you start thinking about other people and how you have to help and impact others, you're like, I need to make a lot more money. I need to help a lot more people. I'm gonna have to buy a house for my mom, for my dad, and make sure that they're taken care of, you know? So
Nice.
that's one of my strongest whys. Yeah.
Nice. How can people find you guys?
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for asking. Our main platform is Facebook. So you can just find me, Javier A. Carlin, on Facebook and just send me a friend request. I'm always happy to chat. And we have a Facebook group. It's specifically for dietitians and nutrition coaches. It's called Business Growth Secrets for dietitians and nutrition coaches. And we have an Instagram, of course, at Healthcare Business University for the business one. And then my personal one, which I just started, is at Dr. Javier Carlin. So that's where you can find us. Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to speak with you.
Likewise.
Okay, what did you told yourself 10 years ago? How old are you? Like I'm 41, so you are a baby for me. But how old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, so not such a baby. I'm just
not such a baby. No. I wish I was younger.
Okay, so if you are 10 years, when you were 20, what was the message then you sent to yourself? Like, go back in time, just say something, just one sentence. Just one sentence.
There are many different ways to help people.
Oh, that is a nice one.
Yeah.
So be flexible. Be
flexible. I had this idea. I want to help people. And I thought the only way was to do it through the medical profession. And I don't regret it. But if I would have known that you can solve many different types of problems, you know, I love it how everything is right now, but it would have been nice to know. So that's what I would have told myself.
Nice, yeah. Nice. Okay, guys, we are going to say bye to you. I'm going to chat with Javier, explain to him how we do a board of achievements. In the meantime, thank you so much. Please leave your comments, follow us, and don't forget to go and check their work. Javier did give you, I'm going to share the links. Javier, you're going to send me the links so I can put on the description. And thank you so much. I see you guys on the next podcast. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Appreciate it.